On today's Buckeye Roast, we've got notes from this week's media appearances breaking down what we learned from the players and the coaches. We also have quarterbacks, our list of the top quarterbacks right now and how the Big Ten stacks up. We'll also look at the conference investment in football and what it means for the future, react to Caleb Downs' new pod, and finish with a round of bold takes, overs and unders heading into the weekend. I'm Chris Drew, and this is the Buckeye Roast with Ron and Q right here on Dead Air Sports. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are back for another episode of the Buckeye Roast. It's your boy Ron James here with my guy QP Ski. Q, how you doing on this live Friday morning?
I'm doing all right. Still getting my place together. That's a lot of labor. So if anybody's in the area, help your boy out.
Well, according to Q, his place in Arizona is 30 minutes from Washington, D.C. and the Woody Hayes Athletic Center. So there's plenty of people out there that could probably help you out.
Appreciate it. How are you?
Not prepared. It's we're running a little late here. Got an action-packed show to get to today, Q, but we got to start with the community. We talked about the community here on YouTube and asking people to post there so they could be seen on the show. And I was scrolling through the community yesterday, and we had a couple posts that I missed. Our guy Bucks by Fitty. What do you think the holdup is on letting Sane throw it down the field when we have the best weapons in all of college football? Everyone knows we can if we wanted, so not like we are hiding anything.
Asking me? I mean, I would just say
who else, Q, would I be asking that question? Is there someone behind you? Move your head.
They wanted that the red hat expert.
Oh, okay.
And the red hat analytics. I mean, for me, I would just say definitely with the Texas and Washington game, just not making turnovers. Realize you have a good defense, so definitely wanted to hold that and just not putting too much on Julian Saint's plate. Though we've already seen them throw it all downfield against wasn't Ohio Grambling State, so we know it's there. They just haven't done it yet, but got some bold predictions later, so maybe they'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, I think this will be a good opportunity against Minnesota to potentially show some of what they have, but like right now, they're beating everyone without having to throw the ball down the field, so why are they going to open it up? I think one of the things that might be contributing to why they're being so conservative is the fact that Jim Knowles doesn't have a great beat on Julian Saint. It's not like Julian was in the starting quarterback battle last year, so it's not like Jim Knowles has done a ton of repping against Julian Saint in practice or knows his tendencies, so maybe they're just trying to keep as much off tape prior to the matchup with Jim Knowles, given his head start on understanding the Ohio State offense a little bit more than most defensive coordinators.
All right, stealthy take. See, holding for Penn State. Okay.
Another one, our guy Bucks by Fitty. Yo, long-time listener, first-time caller. How many of the starters have the potential to be first-rounders either this year or next year?
Okay, next year would be a little hard, but I would say 1, 2, 3.
I mean, I don't think next year's that hard. Jeremiah would be included in that.
Yeah.
You talk about the offensive line. You would consider maybe Austin Sareveld running back. I don't think you're going to see a running back go first round. Then you pivot to the other side of the ball. Nobody really on the D-line. Maybe K-Mac if he decides to come back, or a Caden Curry, Kenyatta, maybe one of them if they come back. As far as
linebackers, one of Matthews and Iggy, probably Downs.
Those are cornerbacks, but I hear what you're saying. When you're talking about the linebackers, I don't think any of them will be draft eligible. I would imagine you see Sonny and Norvell both go this year. Next year, you'll see probably Peyton Pierce for 2 more years, and the first year of Riley Pettijohn, and then
it's like 2 years.
Yeah, so like Julian saying,
yeah, he'd be next year.
Yeah, Julian saying Jeremiah Smith, and that's it right now. Austin Sareveld, off the top of my head. Yeah, Carnell's going to be gone this year. Oh, he said this year.
Yeah, either. It's either. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this year and next year. So, yeah, Carnell. That's all I really have right now.
Yeah, I would count maybe 9 between linebackers, downs, corners, wide receivers, Julian Sayin, also Cerebell.
A good bit. There's gonna be a good bit of turnover. Tons of talent on this team. I don't know how many first rounders, but I definitely think we will see a ton of draft picks here. Q, we got a ton to get into today. Glad that people are engaging in the community. A big shout out to our guy Bucks by Fitty. If you are new around here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. Let's get into it, Q.
All right, play the song.
Q, we've had this topic written into the show for about a week now and have yet to talk about it. Our top 5 quarterbacks in college football. We have a graphic here with the current grades through 4 weeks.
Yeah, I guess week 5. 5 weeks.
Oh, through 5 weeks. That says Power 4. I don't know why I assumed that said week 4. And it's powered by your friends over at PFF. You look at these first couple names, you see Cincinnati's quarterback at the top, Drake Lindsay at Minnesota. The Buckeyes will be seeing him this weekend. Diego Pavia at Vanderbilt, Taylon Green of Arkansas, and Trinidad Chambliss from Ole Miss, who allegedly isn't even the starting quarterback. 2 names absent from that top 5, Dante Moore and Julian Sayin. Q, does it surprise you that they are not on this list?
Dante Moore's a little down there, but Julian Sayin most definitely. I would say Carson Beck would probably be up there for Miami. He's played decently well. Am I missing anybody? I forget dude's name from Texas A&M, but he's playing pretty well too. So I'm surprised he's not up there. It'll hit me in a second.
Marcel Reed, I believe.
Yeah, Marcel Reed, you got me. So those I'm kind of surprised, but Tommy Castellanos is up there, so of course, because it's an upset weekend if you don't know. So that's the most important name you need to keep in mind.
Yeah, I don't know about that. You do have Miami versus Florida State this weekend, a huge matchup. I think it's a pretty slow slate of college football. Every time I assume that it's going to be a slow slate, it tends to be a crazy weekend. Q, something that I had in the top of the notes that I skipped right past, and I saw him in the chat, and I had to make sure that we gave a shout out to our guy Rob H for all of the members that he has gifted. We haven't been live to give him a shout out, and he's been throwing memberships left and right like Oprah in the chat. So a big thank you to him. We haven't had the opportunity to give him a shout out on a live show, so wanted to make sure that we did that. A big shout out to everybody else in the chat as well. We see Don B in there, Ben Fargo, Asian Posh, Emily, A Rizzle, all you guys. Appreciate everybody who is here for the live show. Q, I'm looking at this list. You don't see Julian Sayin here. Our guy Bucks by Fitty asked about the offense being conservative and not showing a ton. Do you think that Julian Sayin and this conservative game plan is skewing the national perception of how good this offense is?
Yeah, I mean, I believe so. I mean, I have a stat we'll get to later, but maybe I'll save that. But maybe that's a little bit wide, just the slow starts on the offensive end. And then by the time it's second half, Ohio State's shut them down. They're up 21, and people really aren't watching the offense anymore because at that point, it doesn't matter. So I think a little bit, definitely downfield passing is skewing it a little bit and letting Julian Sayin go. I think we all believe, and that's us and the chat and probably Buckeye Nation, that Julian Sayin has been held back by this offense, and he belongs on. I mean, not by this offense, by these coaches, and he belongs on this list because really, outside of the one pass to Carnell Tate, really hasn't made maybe any mistakes. So I don't know how the grading works, but I mean, he's been damn near flawless as far as we expect him to be. So yeah, I think there's a few factors weighing in there.
Yeah, I mean, you look at last week's game, I believe he scored somewhere in the 50s for PFF, so I don't know. I mean, I've watched all 22. Has he missed some throws? Yeah, but it's like he's missing throws that he's not throwing. Like, like it's not like he's throwing the ball over people's heads. So it's just weird to not see him on this list. But I mean, given some of the grades that we have seen from PFFs, clearly there's something that they're not seeing from him that they'd like to see. Q, I have my top 5 quarterback list, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it. And if you think that I am missing anybody. At number 1, I currently have Dante Moore, given his performances that we've seen at Oregon so far. I believe he has 14 plus touchdowns. At number 2, I have Julian Sayin for obvious reasons. 3, John Mateer. I mean, he beat Michigan, so pretty high in my book. Carson Beck at number 4, and Fernando Mendoza of Indiana at 5. Am I missing anyone, Q? I don't have any of the top 5 according to PFF on my list. Am I wrong?
You're missing one person. And he's gonna upset Miami this weekend. Tommy Castellanos, man, he's balling out. He can't hold him for that defensive performance at Virginia.
Yeah, you're gonna have to die out on that ledge by yourself, because I'm not believing it.
I see you put him in here at number 6, so he's almost made it. I see it in your notes.
No, he's not number 6 in my notes. I don't he worries me as a quarterback, because he's the type of quarterback that gets in front of a camera and just talks. There are going to be so many clips if he goes out and loses that, like, I feel like I've seen him on my timeline. He might as well put on a red hat. I see him doing more podcasts than I do putting up highlights.
All right, it's a little harsh. He talked big cash shit against Bama. He came out and he fulfilled everything he says. So when he says something at this point, you got to take it seriously.
So what are you saying about this game on Saturday? Are they going to get the win, or?
I think with that loss to Virginia, a little bit of a wake-up call. And the way Miami played against Florida, which was not great offense.
Is that supposed to be a flex?
I mean, I'm just saying. Well, I think there's a possibility. I think there's a solid possibility for an upset here. And you know me, I like to put my money where my mouth is. So I'll throw a little change on Florida State. Give me the plus odds here.
Oh, I thought you were going to throw a spoonful of mayo on it.
I don't know about all that. But
no, not that confident, eh?
That's just a little safer. I mean, we'll save that for other stuff, but definitely throw some cash on. Hey, put your money where your mouth is, and I'm talking.
Our guy Doug with an excellent comment here. Friday loses its significance if you haven't worked in years. I'm trying to get like that.
Well, I only work every other Friday, so I haven't worked in a week.
Q, I wanted to pivot a little bit from quarterbacks, and you have some notes about Ohio State's offense that you added, so I will let you take it away.
Yeah, so looked up some notes here, and it was actually very surprising. And this is a little bit too where we talk about Julian Sayin not getting the national media perspective of positivity. Ohio State has started really slow. So on the season, Ohio State ranks 102nd in college football, averaging just 9 points a game in the first half, which is a lot lower than, I mean, I knew we started slow. I didn't expect 9, but it makes sense with scoring 7 and 7 twice. So yeah, so on the season, Minnesota actually ranks better at 10.3 points per game in the first half. Taking the first half unders, maybe if you're a betting man, maybe you do so. Ohio State also ranks 135th out of 136 teams in pace of play. So they are really, really milking the clock. You brought up possessions, I believe, last show or the show before that. That'll tell you that. And Minnesota also plays a little faster at 113th. So I'd be better, especially with the defense, the way Minnesota stops the run, and obviously Ohio State defense. You don't need to say much about that. I'd be betting some unders in this game because it might be a little less than you think, but we got some bold predictions later that might break that.
Here's my thing, though. If they're so good at stopping the run, do you think that encourages the Buckeyes to pass the ball? If the Buckeyes start having success passing the ball, do they run it up? Does that blow your under?
I mean, that would make me happy. It would blow the under, but I think that's the logical thing to do. Now, we don't always do the logical thing, but it would say, like, hey, Julian Sayin hasn't made many mistakes. They stopped the run well. Maybe just throw the ball a little bit. Maybe 4's out there somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the over-under is, but I think our guy Get Tegra off the field has
Get Tegra off the field is crazy.
Give me the Buckeyes 63-3. I think that would absolutely hit the over, but I will double check there. Q, do you think this is going to just be the constant discussion of the season of like, hey, when is this offense going to open it up? And I guess if we're going to be asking that every week, do you think the Buckeyes will ever get that wish, or do you think this is a new offensive identity? Do you feel like the Buckeyes are hiding something, or do you feel like this?
Yeah, there's really nothing to hide here. Like, I think we've seen it all. I think again, you have a certain game plan, especially with the defense and the way they are playing. You don't have to go out there and put yourself in bad position. Field position game against Texas was kind of rough. So you saw they held a little bit there. Washington, I think we're all chomping at the bit just to see a little better offensive performance and be a little more aggressive. And we both watched the film. Turnover and obviously a fourth down stop in the red zone affected that a bit, and we probably have a little more negative persona, or not like persona, but a little negative more negative reaction than we probably should. So I'd say I think with this weekend, he talked about talk about Minnesota stopping the run. I think this is the perfect weekend to open it up, and obviously that national perspective will come with it. So that's where my opinion's at. I mean, we talked about the strengths of Minnesota. I think the pace of play will pick up a little bit. You're at home. It's the first night game. The crowd will be behind you. They're going to want to see some fireworks. And Ohio State will like to put on a show in their first night game. Obviously, recruits, or I don't know who's going to be in town, but recruits are always in town for night games, especially at the shoe. So I think it's a perfect time to open it up, and I think that'll flip pretty soon here in the coming weeks. Julius Sand really hasn't done anything that either of us have seen or the chat has seen to limit just kind of him being limited by the offense.
Do you feel like when they do, or if they do go to flip the switch, that they'll be ready to do it? Do you have any concerns with the fact that it feels like the Buckeyes have been able to hold it back? Do you worry about them going to turn it on and them not having shown it enough, or had been pushed enough to be forced to throw the ball on a regular basis? Do you think that they will be ready to do it if someone does force their hand? Or do you think the Buckeyes are good enough that they'll only have to do it at their own pace?
Yeah, I don't think anybody can really force us to make us pass, and I don't see maybe outside of Oregon somebody where we're like we got to catch them and they're obviously scoring and setting the pace. I just don't believe that will happen until maybe in the playoffs. So I mean, but also too, I think this team can turn it on. I think we've seen it. I think if Julius Sand was out here turning the ball over or fumbling when he gets hit or things like that, I think it'd be a little more concerned. I mean, the dude really hasn't fumbled the ball outside of throwing it straight to a lineman and a tip ball. He's thrown one pretty much bad pass that we've seen all season that was turnover worthy. So I don't think I think it's two wheels. It's like, no one can force us to do it, but I'm not scared to do it either.
Our guy Ben Vargas said running up the score on Ohio State now is scoring a touchdown.
7 the first half.
Oh man. Q. An odd topic. It seems like Tony Petitti's been watching the Buckeye roast. We've been out here shaking ass for Saudi money recently. Still no investors, sadly. We see Tom Brady getting money from the Saudis. We see Live Golf. I'm ready for the Saudi roast in the morning. Come invest in the Buckeye roast. But we see a potential $1 billion infusion of cash into the Big Ten on the table. We joke that it's Saudis because they tend to be the ones throwing money around in sports, but a private equity investor has offered potentially $2 billion to the Big Ten. Q, tell me a little bit more about this story, and are you shaking ass or are you saying no thanks to this $1 billion infusion of money into the Big Ten?
Well, apparently, so I was digging around with this, and now I'll read what was told to ESPN here, then we can jump into it a little bit. That way you get a little more context. So the Big Ten is talking about a $2 billion, that's a lot of money, $2 billion infusion. Before I even jump into it, Ron, if we get $2 billion, I better see some goddamn offense the first couple weeks around the Big Ten after what we got. That was my question. Do we get some exciting offenses in the league? Especially talking to you, Iowa. So source told ESPN the setup eliminates the need to give outside donor a specific portion of the control of decision board or seat. So basically, all the presidents that work for the college sit on the board, they make decisions, and also Fox because they have the investment. So it wouldn't be somebody else having a little bit of control there. Something that the college presidents are generally known to be uncomfortable with. They also said, think of it this way: the conference is not selling a piece of the conference. A-League tells ESPN. Traditionally, conferences function will remain 100% with the conference office. That will be scheduling, officiating championships. The new entity will be created to focus on business development, keyword, and it would include an outside investor with a small financial stake. So somebody would, put in this $2 billion, and then every year from the Fox revenue and the school revenue, they would get a little piece of the pie, but not have a voting control. Now, what I read around was Ohio State and Michigan were both pushing back on this. And why would you say they would turn down $2 billion? Because basically they would continue to get hoed out to play Big Noon Fox and make sure the income in the conference stays so they can pay out somebody for investing that kind of money.
Yeah, Q, I'm not going to hold you. I'm going to go to the soundboard for my take on this one.
Hear me and hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
So you turned down Saudi money.
No. If they had $2 billion for Ron James, I'd be all about it. But if you're telling me you got $2 billion and I got to share it with Rutgers, get the fuck out of my face. I'm already in a fucked up deal where I'm letting these sorry ass schools around me, let these sorry ass teams around me get more of the pie than they deserve. And I don't think anyone's going to sign up for a new deal where the Buckeyes actually get their fair share for carrying this conference on their back. And it's to no surprise that Michigan and Ohio State are like, no, we don't need your money. We're not broke. Michigan's over here playing a quarterback with the worst completion percentage in the Big Ten, $13 million over 4 years, and you think that they need private equity money? What are we talking about? I don't know who at Rutgers or Maryland brought this broke ass idea to the Big Ten, but I'm not going.
Bro, we could get a new Woody with this $100 million
pause.
That's not even pause. We could get a new whack. Are you more happy?
There you go.
That could be a pause.
$2 million. You don't know what you're gonna have to do without Woody.
Get a new facilities if we get that kind of money. I know how this is gonna go. Everybody's gonna spread out evenly. You're not gonna know where the money goes, and then again, Ohio State.
Well, actually, the proposal has a tiered system, which shows you still how imbalanced it is. That the Buckeyes and the Wolverines are like, no, not good enough.
Well, I would say, like, not that you don't know where the money goes, but I'm still going to watch Nebraska week 1 and be like, I can't get 30 points. We're playing Mercer. Like, it's just going to be one of those like, Iowa, where did the money go? You still don't have a quarterback and a coordinator, so I'm good off it. I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, our guy Doug said the shoe could use updating. I was on the phone with Cam the other day, and I was like, bro, it is kind of crazy. Like, I try to shoot Ross Bjorks on bail as far as the criticism about things that still need fixed around Ohio State, but it's just like the fact that our Jumbotron at the shoe is a plasma TV from 1996 is kind of insane. It's like, it is so old that they couldn't even get people to come fix it. They're like, no. They don't have people out there that even fix these things. We're just going to have to buy a new one, and you're going to have to wait.
You're going to have to wait for a section of the shoe just to fall over. And then they'll replace just, okay, I guess we got to replace that. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice for some new facilities, but I think this is a trap. All right, they're like, yeah, shot in this deal, big new kickoff for the national championship.
Oh, man. Let the Buckeyes make the national championship again, and they're going to be talking about moving that thing to noon because the Buckeyes, according to Fox, must only play on noon. Q! The Buckeyes have a big matchup this week against Minnesota in the Fighting PJ Flex. You know my stance around here. PJ Fleck is consistently the biggest bozo in the sport. Easily a measuring stick for, like, he is the bozo meter. It's like more of a bozo than PJ Fleck, less of a bozo. He is the gold standard for the bozo meter. I don't think they stand a chance here. So I will start off with that not bold take before we get into our bold take segment. Q, you have a bunch of them. I think you have 2 more than me, so I will let you start with the first 2 bold takes for Saturday's matchup against Minnesota. And if you steal any of mine, they don't count, and then I'll just repeat it, and it'll count as mine.
I wrote mine first, so this couldn't possibly be a steal, and mine are on paper. So
mine are typed.
So all right. First bold take. Got it. Julian saying over 150 yards and 2 touchdowns in the
over 150 yards. What is he, a 7th grade quarterback? Q? What the fuck are we talking about?
In the first half.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Ron. You didn't listen to my last part.
No, I didn't hear the last part. I'm like, 150 yards, we might lose.
Julian said over 5 yards and half a touchdown. Yeah, so that's in the first half. As we talked about the pattern of play, Ohio State has been late, or they've been almost dead last in pace of play, and 102nd and first half. So we need some points, Ron. We got to look better from the media. They're already criticizing us for winning games. We got to win games in style. So I'm going with Julian saying a big first half. Let me know in the comments what are your bold takes.
Okay, all right. Julian saying 5 yards in the first half. Bold. Go ahead. What's your next one?
Okay. All right. This one's a good one. You'll like this one. An interception by both corners on Saturday. Both starting corners be Igbenos and Jermaine Matthews.
Oh, I thought you were going to say both quarters, like one for Minnesota and one for Ohio State.
No.
Yeah, Iggy and Jermaine both getting an interception would be awesome. I thought I had one of the, I do have a bold take on here. It's just not typed. I think with your 2 interceptions, that would fall right in line with my first bold take of the day. I feel like the Buckeyes get their first pick. Well, not their first. They get a pick 6 in this game. So if your bold prediction is correct, I'll get at least 2 opportunities at a return.
Oh, I think we haven't had a pick 6. We had a fumble 6. So no pick 6 yet on the season. So, yep.
So
still a possibility.
My first bold take. So Q has 2 interceptions from the Buckeye corners. I have a pick 6 from one of them. Your next bold take?
Okay. So big talk about Caden Curry and the absolute wrecking ball he has been. I think he's going to get a lot of attention on Saturday. So I'm going with Kenyatta Jackson, 2+ sacks on Saturday.
Interesting. That goes directly against my bold take because while Caden Curry has been going absolutely crazy, it has been a team effort from this defensive line, and I think all 3 of them will find a way to get involved in the game, and that's why I'm going for my bold take. We see at least 1 sack for Caden Curry, Caden McDonald, and Arvell Reese.
Yeah, all right. I can buy that. That's likely to happen. Very likely to happen. Okay.
Oh, so it's not bold? I see.
Like
I come up with this
Arvell Reese,
3 different people with a sack.
I mean, they fall into a sack. Like a sack finds them. You just need K-Mac to go get one, and you're already hitting the over. If you were betting in Vegas, it'd be minus 1,000.
Q over under 0.5 sacks for Edric Houston on Saturday. I'm gonna hammer the under there.
Under
Will Smith Jr. This is a great shout here because that was a name that I considered putting as my only bold prediction and predicting that Will Smith Jr. gets his first sack of the season, but I wasn't quite ready to go out on that ledge.
Well, it would be nice. I would love to see Edric Houston get a sack. I would love to be wrong. I don't know if he gets one. He has played a little better, but I would love to be wrong. Will Smith Jr., like you said, has been playing well. He's working his way into that depth chart. So we need a tackle. We need somebody to step up there, and it could be Will Smith Jr. You will like my next bold take because this features an SFE guy. I'm going Brandon Ennis over 75 yards and a touchdown on Saturday. 75.
Sheesh. That might be the boldest prediction that we've seen on the show. Chat, let us know how many yards you guys have Brandon Ennis getting on Saturday. I mean, I can't argue with that one. I'm hoping for it, but that feels extremely bold at the moment, given the amount of targets that we've seen for the slot position.
Yeah. You said go bold or go home. Well, I'm at home, but I can do both.
Well, I will try to match the boldness here, and I have 0 penalties for the offensive line.
Okay. Don't put your freedom on that one. Luckily, it's so I'm not naming names this week. We'll just see what happens.
Do you have any other bold takes, Q?
Yeah, I got two more.
Okay.
I'm going. You like this one? Mylan Graham with a touch on Saturday. I don't know what it's gonna be. You saw him involved in the offense. They faked the reverse to him. I think he actually will get a touch while the game is still in contention. So that makes it a little more bold, not in the fourth quarter when he's the only person on the field. So
I think that's another good shout. And I mean, there's plenty of I'm sure there's plenty of people that'll be yelling at their TV. He's out there.
Yeah, we know. That's so crazy. We know Mylan Graham's on the field. God damn it, man. Rotate a little more. Jesus.
Q, they're on to me. These are no longer bold predictions from Rom. These are more like Friday prayers.
Oh man, how many did we have last week? 3? Was it 2
At least
or 3?
1.
Well, we know we had 1. I think Phillip Daniels had a hands to the face. That's 2. I think somebody else had a full start as well. So I think we had 3. So clean it up. I wouldn't be mad at it. Ron, you got any more? Or I got the last one?
You got the last
this was
one.
Bold. All right, this was bold. So
do I need to get? You're scaring me. I'm going off screen because I don't know what you're.
Bro, there's no reason to hide, Ron. We know where to find you. All right, last bold take. This is bold. I'm going James Peoples with 130-plus yard run on Saturday. I think he's poised to break out and show us while he is still getting touches.
Talk about not betting your freedom on one.
I'm just saying, James Peoples.
Put that right in that category.
Just so you know, one long run from James Peoples is he told me come bold, so I'm here.
Our guy Doug says, "How about Turbo? Give him a chance at punt return. The heck with a red shirt." Yeah, I don't know about that. I think there's just like you can't be zone 6 and have all these wide receivers and be like, burn a red shirt on the running back to return punts. Like we have to have someone that they feel comfortable with. And apparently, I mean, Ryan Day gave the Nick Saban response, "I'm not going to do it, so quit asking." When it comes to changing the punt returner, I think they feel like they have their punt returner.
Right. I'm with y'all. There's a lot of athletes who use somebody a chance who does not have a starting role in punt and kick return and whatever else. But we'll see. I don't think that's going to happen, Doug, but I'll cross my fingers with you.
Q, we have some over-unders. I'm normally the sports book around here that's setting the lines, but you decided to take the reins today. You started with Julian saying over 225 yards. I am smashing the over there. We've seen him get up into the 250-plus range in a few games already this season. I think with Minnesota's run defense, the Buckeyes are going to be able to pass the ball a little bit more here today or on Saturday. So I'm going to go with the over there.
I will go barely. I think Julian's saying we'll have a big first half, but if we get up, Ryan Day will turn him into the handoff merchant. So I think it's two sides of a sword. I will go over just barely, but I think around 225 would be a good game for him.
You set the line a little low on this one for Bo Jackson. You have the line at 90 yards. He had 80 against Washington last week. He has 2 games over 100 yards. I'm no mathematician, but the average is likely over 90. Q, where do you lean on this one?
Yeah, I will go under. Minnesota's rush defense is really good, even though their pass defense isn't as. Their rush defense is one of the best in the nation. They're giving up like 2 yards per carry, or 2-something yards per carry. So unless Bo Jackson has 20-some carries or he breaks a long one, getting to 90 is going to be a little tough. So I will go under.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough when you have James Peoples running for at least 130
running
plus yards.
free.
Yeah. Jeremiah Smith, I feel like this is a weekly over-under number here. Over-under 1.5 over 1.5 touchdowns. Also, I feel like I missed one of my bold predictions.
Oh, I felt like you had one more.
Yeah, I did. I was wondering. I'm like, how did we get off? And you had so many. The over-under here is at Jeremiah Smith, 1.5 touchdowns. That kind of ties into my bold take. I'm going to go with the under for Jeremiah Smith because my bold take is all 3 starting wide receivers will score a touchdown.
Ooh.
Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, and Brandon Ennis.
Now that's bold. So how many touchdowns does Julian Sayin finish with?
9. 9 touchdowns.
Okay, all right. I wouldn't bet Doug's freedom on that.
Oh man. All right, back to the over-unders. We have 1.5 over-under touchdowns for Jeremiah Smith. Q, where are you leaning there?
I'll go over. I'll say give him 2. Brandon Ennis gets 1, and the Buckeyes roll.
Sounds good. We have a few more to get to before we get out of here. We're up against the clock here. Got to get to work in 5 minutes. Caden Curry, 1.5 sacks. Over under, Q.
I will go under. I think he's going to get a lot of attention, and you got the sack spread out as well as I do. So I'll go under.
I am also going under. I feel like a lot of defensive focus will go to Caden Curry this game. He's absolutely been wrecking games, and if he is able to get over 1.5 sacks, good luck for the rest of America trying to stop Caden Curry because he just seems to be on a complete wrecking path. Jermaine Matthews interceptions at 0.5. You've already given the bold prediction that you believe both corners will have an interception. I have the prediction that I believe that one of them will have a pick 6. I think I will lean in with you and go with over 0.5 interceptions for Jermaine Matthews here on Saturday, which would go over and potentially put us in play to hit your bold predictions. Big shout out to our guy Rob H for the 5 gifted memberships. We really appreciate it around here. We are running up the members numbers. Chris Drew does some exclusive members only content. We are working on some other things to add around there. So make sure that you join the membership around here. And if you don't want to join the members, make sure you just smash that like button and subscribe. That also helps as well. We really appreciate it. A big thank you to our guy, Rob HQ. 2 more over-unders before we get out of here. We have Devin Sanchez. Oh, this is my favorite line. 10.5 snaps. We know that he is involved in the third down packages, and the way you hinted at the way this game could potentially go, maybe we will see him get more reps just in general because the Buckeyes are off to a lead here. So I'm going to smash you over here for 10.5 snaps. Q, where are you going?
I will go over as well. I think he's playing time with seeing the crease. He's been around the 9 mark, 10 mark usually. So I'll go over.
It's about to be a Carmel Tate game, Q.
All right. I'd be down with that. Sorry, Ennis. Little Carmel Tate is taking your stats.
That sounds like
a
it.
Crazy
That sounds
name. Carmel Tate.
You call the Hershey Company. Get a candy bar.
Oh my goodness! All right, we got one of the boldest takes of them all. Rob.
Is this over unders or bold takes? Q, I think you have this one in one category.
Over under for you in the chat. Over under a half of a big punt return. Can Brandon Ennis break one or Caleb down somebody else? Over under a half. Did we get one?
No. I think we see a bunch of fair catches on Saturday. I just hope we see 0 turnovers on the special teams side of the ball. Q, that's all I have today. A little bit of a shorter show. We were live. I was late. The usual.
Well, my last bold take of the day. Put your money on Florida State. They'll get it done this weekend, of course. Like I was right,
brother. Before this guy loses you any money, Q, let the people know where they could find you giving out terrible betting advice.
Find me on the side of a Mike Norvell, but if it's not there,
you're gonna find you on the side of the road. You keep betting on Mike Norvell.
It's gonna be
shaking cans
on Twitter. Find it, Josh on Instagram. Again, thanks to Rob for the gifted subs. Appreciate that. Make sure you like the video. Hit the sub here at Dead Air Sports here Monday through Friday, live on Friday. 10 a.m.
Yes, we are officially moving the show to 10 a.m. Our Friday live shows will be members only at 8 live, and then we'll air at 10 on Friday. So the show will be exclusively at 10 a.m. going forward. So make sure you like in that notification. And check us out at 10 a.m. for the Buckeye Roast, a new time going forward. We will get the banner updated for next week, but we are officially moving to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. If you want to hang out with us here in the live chat, at least 35 or so of you will be here because of Rob H and all of the gifted subs on the channel. But if you want to tune in on Saturday or on Friday mornings for the live shows before the show airs at 10 a.m. on Fridays going forward, be sure to join the members. But yes, we are officially moving to 10 a.m. So big announcement. Be sure to keep an eye out. The easiest way to find us always is by hitting that notification bell. If you want to find me, you can find me Monday through Fridays, weekdays here at 10 a.m. with my guy Q. You can catch me in the Bleacher Report app for an instant reaction after the game on Saturday with my guy Chris Drew. And then, of course, you can catch me on the timeline on X at 2Ts. That's 2_TEES. A big shout out to everybody in the chat. A big shout out to all of the members out there. Can't wait to talk to you guys next week. And you know how this thing ends. It's always go Bucks. And, of course, OH.
IO, bet on Norvell.
Bet on Norvell? I thought you said Arvell. I'm like, yeah, I'm right there with you. Norvell? Not so much. Get me out of here.
Yeah.